Hey, what's up, Nerd Report? This is Louis Lecca here with kind of pretty sad news, but we knew that this was going to go on. This was going to happen due to the situation with the virus and stuff. But the San Diego Comic-Con blog has announced officially that San Diego Comic-Con 2020 has been canceled. We knew this was going to happen. Obviously they're citing with safety, and we get that. We understand. And I think most people are going to be supportive of the decision because I've personally know people who have caught this disease, and we know that Comic-Con brings in 120,000 people, which is that's more than Disneyland actually. So it's a high risk area. But also another point is that a lot of the people who make a living at Comic-Con, a lot of the people, the backbone of the convention, the dealers, the booths on the floor that sell comics, they wouldn't have access to comics this year because the problem is, a lot of the distributors have shut, the comic ones have just stopped distributing. I haven't really researched update on that, if they are redistributing physical copies of comics, but from what I understand, it was physical and digital, so that you can't get that. So, and a lot of the stores, they're also I'm talking about on the booth where you go and buy stuff on the main floor inside the convention hall where you've been. A lot of those guys and gals that own small businesses, they depend on imports. And as we know, a lot of the stuff in China has been shut down. So there's no access to imports. So that messes that up there. Plus, I'm sure a lot of the movie studios would not be investing, this time, would not be putting their actors at risk or their staff at risk for stuff, because we don't know. I mean, it's going to be fairly warm during Comic-Con. It usually is, but still, there's just, there's a lot of factors in there that ruin this event, and it was coming. I haven't had a chance to read this article. It's on a comic book, San Diego blog. I mean, I got text with this earlier, so I wanted to go on and see what you guys thought. We knew this was coming, but hearing about it is thinking it's coming, having the theory it's coming. It's different hearing it, and seeing it and actually hearing it. Hey, I gotta be honest, I'm sad, but this had to happen. And it was gonna happen, and maybe it's something that, on the positive side, maybe we could learn to appreciate that Comic-Con, because there's always people complaining about Comic-Con. It's too packed. There's not enough this, there's not enough that, and stuff. And then maybe when you lose something, you learn to appreciate it. We haven't lost a show. It will be back next year, I'm sure of that. I'm not a fan of just going all on the internet. I think that defies the point of what Comic-Con is, what these events are. We are too much on the internet. Let's be fair, right? If you let's say you go out with your friends, everyone's on the phone, on the internet. I think something like Comic-Con, WonderCon, and all that, and these events where we could actually talk to each other, gives an excuse to meet people from very far away and stuff. So I think we need these kind of events. We need Comic-Con. So yeah. There's going to be people that are glad this is canceled, but I think the reason they are glad is because it's safety, and that's fair. That's fair, and I agree with that. Because we don't know. There could be one person that unintentionally contaminates someone and stuff. But we also need to fight for gatherings of people. And how can we fight this? Self quarantining, right? Get rid of the virus, taking care of ourselves, washing our hands, and then by next year we don't have to worry about this. That would be awesome. So we got at least in California, we have a month to go with the quarantine. I think it's smart to listen to the experts. Take care of yourselves, especially for the elderly. People we love are very high at risk. And then we bring Comic-Con back next year with double the strength, right? My thoughts go out to the small stores there that people don't talk about. The ones like when you walk Comic-Con's floor, you see the big corporate Star Wars and Sideshow, and they're going to be suffering too. They employ people. A lot of people are going to be losing out. But the people on the sides, right? The artist alley that depend on Comic-Con, the stores to the right side. It's hard to explain, but that's the way the convention hall is separated. The middle is pretty much all the, I would say, where they have a concentrated area for the studios, and which is awesome. And then the stores on the right and left side is mostly of the convention. As you walk in is a lot of the artists. And I know a lot of people who depend on the income from that event. And like we here at Nerd Report, we fund this channel with events we do because we are able to get content and there's ad revenues. That's why I've asked for memberships and stuff like that support. I don't like to do that, but it's the only way we could stay afloat. So this is hurting not only the possibility of you meeting up with your friends, an excuse to meet up with your friends and see them in person and catch up with things. It's hurting people's livelihood. And how do we fight this? Let's listen to the experts and get better and encourage the scientists to research and beat this and give encouragement, words of encouragement to the people on the front lines that have to still be out there, where the people working at the grocery stores, they have to be there to make sure people get their food, the nurses, the doctors, the police department, how would I say, the fire department, if teachers now have to, they're resorted to putting their lesson plans online for the students. They're still having school, but the students have to do their lesson plans online. And that's caused a lot of confusion with the parents and the kids, because it's a new format and some people don't even own computers to even do their homework. So that's the thing we're doing. There's not just us not experience Comic-Con. It's trickling everywhere, and there's stuff we're not talking about. What I'm hurt in this situation with Comic-Con, I'm hurt that my fellow store owners may not be able to pay their rent. You get what I mean? Provide for their family. That's and I'm also hurt that I'm not going to be able to see my friends. There's people that I only see once a year there. That's just my personal thing. But maybe we'll learn, like I said, when we only appreciate things sometimes as humans when they're gone. And yes, this was going to happen. We know it was going to happen. But hearing it happens is worse than talking about it's going to happen. Something bad's going to happen, right? You were talking about it for months, but when you actually hear it, it's a done deal, man. That's like worse. Anyways, I want to know what you guys think in the comments below. Thanks for supporting this channel, Nerd Out.